Have you ever pondered over the lost books of the Bible and their relevance to end times prophecies? Picture yourself delving into the enigmatic world of these ancient texts, texts shrouded in mystery and intrigue. They're often called the lost books, a term that stirs the imagination and begs countless questions. Among these questions, one echoes louder than the rest. What role, if any, do these books play in our understanding of end times prophecies? These texts, like the Book of Enoch and the Gospel of Thomas, were not included in the canonical scriptures. Yet they are believed by many to hold significant prophecies and insights that could shed light on the cryptic predictions of the end times. The controversy around these books, their authenticity, and their exclusion from the Bible creates an enticing backdrop for their exploration. So, are you ready to dive into this fascinating enigma? Embark with us on this intriguing journey to explore these cryptic texts and their potential implications. To comprehend these lost books, we must first delve into their historical context. These mysterious manuscripts emerged during a period of great upheaval and transformation. It was a time when the Roman Empire ruled the known world, and Christianity was still in its infancy, seeking its identity amid a plurality of beliefs and practices. The lost books were born out of this crucible of change. They were penned by diverse groups of people, each with their unique interpretations of theology and eschatology. These writings were not confined to a single geographic location or culture, but sprang up in various corners of the sprawling Roman Empire, reflecting a wide range of perspectives and experiences. The Book of Enoch, for instance, is believed to have been written by Jewish mystics in the few centuries before Christ. It offers a unique view of angelology, cosmology, and the end times. The Gospel of Thomas, on the other hand, is a collection of Jesus' sayings, some of which are starkly different from those found in the canonical Gospels. It's thought to have been composed in the 1st or 2nd century AD, possibly in Syria or Egypt. But why were these books excluded from the Bible as we know it? The answer lies in the complex process of canonization. The early church fathers, in their endeavor to preserve the core teachings of Christianity, had to make tough choices. They sought to discern which texts were genuinely inspired and which were not. They looked at factors such as apostolic authorship, widespread acceptance, and consistency with accepted doctrines. Those texts that didn't meet these criteria were left out of the canon. This, however, doesn't mean that these lost books are devoid of value. They offer a fascinating glimpse into the diverse spiritual landscape of early Christianity and Judaism. They challenge us to think more deeply about the nature of Scripture and inspire us to engage with our faith in fresh and thought-provoking ways. Understanding the historical backdrop of these books is a stepping stone to unravel their profound mysteries. Now, let's delve into the heart of these texts, the prophecies. The lost books of the Bible are a treasure trove of prophecies, some of which are believed to predict the end of days. Among them, the Book of Enoch and the Gospel of Thomas stand out for their profound and mystifying predictions. The Book of Enoch, attributed to the great-grandfather of Noah, is particularly intriguing. It is filled with visions of celestial realms, fallen angels, and the foretelling of a cataclysmic flood. This flood, Enoch prophesied, would cleanse the earth, paving the way for a new era of righteousness, but it doesn't stop there. Enoch also foresaw a final judgment, where the wicked would be condemned and the righteous would inherit a new earth. Then there's the Gospel of Thomas. This collection of sayings attributed to Jesus Christ is not as prophecy-heavy as the Book of Enoch, but it does contain cryptic statements that many interpret as prophetic. Take, for instance, the enigmatic phrase, "The kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it." Some interpret this as a prophecy of a spiritual awakening, a time when humanity will recognize the divine within and all around them. These are just two examples. Other lost books, like the Apocalypse of Peter and the Shepherd of Hermas, also contain prophecies, often presented in metaphorical and symbolic language. They speak of divine judgment, the resurrection of the dead, and the establishment of a heavenly kingdom. The prophecies in these lost books are fascinating, not just for their content, but also for their context. They reflect the hopes, fears, and expectations of ancient communities trying to make sense of their world and their place in the grand cosmic scheme. These prophecies, shrouded in mystery, have sparked intense debates among scholars and theologians. Are they inspired visions of the future, or simply the products of human imagination? And if they are divine revelations, why were they excluded from the canonical scriptures? These are questions that continue to stir the pot of theological discourse, inviting us all to engage in this riveting exploration of faith, history, and the mysteries of the future. The lost books have always been a hotbed of controversy. They're like the forbidden fruits of biblical scholarship, stirring up fierce debates among scholars who fall into two main camps. On one side, we have the proponents who argue that these texts offer valuable insights into the historical and cultural context of the Bible. They contend that the lost books can enrich our understanding of the Scriptures, providing unique perspectives on prophecy and end times. On the other side, we find the critics who staunchly oppose the inclusion of these books in the canon. They question their authenticity and theological accuracy, raising concerns about potential misinterpretations and the risk of drifting from orthodox teachings. And then there are those who stand in the middle, advocating for a critical yet open-minded approach. They call for a careful study of these texts while maintaining a firm grounding in the established scriptures. The lost books continue to polarize opinions, eliciting diverse interpretations and theories. In the face of such contentious views, how should we approach these lost books? This question underscores the essence of our discussion. We've delved into the enigma of the lost books, their historical context, the prophecies they contain, and the controversy they stir. Now, let's consider the balanced approach. The lost books of the Bible, like any historical text, demand an open mind. They call for curiosity, for the willingness to venture into the unknown, and for the drive to seek knowledge. While some may view these texts with skepticism, others find in them profound insights. This is the beauty of interpretation. It varies, it evolves, it provokes thought. But remember, interpretation should always be informed. We must not forget the importance of historical context, of scholarly debates, and of the socio-cultural realities that have shaped these texts. The lost books invite us to question, to explore, and to continue the quest for understanding. Will you accept this invitation?